Welcome to True Heel Heat 20, True Heel Debate of the Day. This is where the True Heels, SP3, our True Heel resident alcoholic, Top Guy JJ, as well as our special guest from the Jobber Tears podcast, Mr. Blacc, where we debate the most pertinent and heated questions from the True Heels. So this time on the True Heel Debate of the Day, we're going to be talking about the greatest character transformation in wrestling history. It can be from the WWE, WWF, WCW, TNA, Impact Wrestling, ROH, New Japan. It could be from any promotion throughout history. So we're going to start off with our special guest. What has been, in your minds, in your eyes, the greatest character transformation in wrestling history?
Drew McIntyre.
Drew McIntyre? Why do you say that?
Because just go from this pretty boy to this man beast. And he went out and developed his craft. Not only in the ring, but out the ring. His promos, ran around wrong, and gained more experience. And you felt when he come back, he felt like a big deal. NXT, killing it. Soon as he hit the main roster, he said, this man needs to be champion. Going toe-to-toe with the big dogs. Roman, Braun. Just looking at these people's eyes like, yo, you can't stop me. And making Kurt Angle look like,
yeah, that was strong. That was strong.
That was tough.
And you trust this man to do that? That's the greatest, one of the greatest transformation in modern day time.
Okay, all right. I can't see too much. That was just kind of one that threw me off a little bit, but I like your explanation. Top Guy JJ, your greatest character transformation in wrestling history.
I'm going to go with some honorable mentions. I'm going to go with the obvious nostalgia act. These are the honorable mentions, not my choice.
Of course, because he needs to waste freaking 10, 15 minutes talking about honorable mentions.
Fuck up and stop
because
cutting
he
me
never
off.
wins.
Yo,
he never wins these debates. He never wins these debates. He
constantly tries to outshadow me by cutting me off mid-sentence to feel like he's actually won something. Everybody knows I won the debate of the day when I brought out Baby Russo.
What?
Shut it down. Shut it down, bro. Still hearing bro in your head, bro.
He's delusional.
Anyway, honorable mentions to the transformation of the immortal Hulk Hogan to Hollywood. Honorable mentions to the great Isaac Yankem DDS to the big red monster Kane. Those are my honorable mentions. I was very close to going with the big red monster Kane. But my choice of the greatest character transformations, some of you guys might have known him as Vinny Vegas and Diamond Stud. Some of you might have known them as Razor Ramon and Diesel. But to become a part of the biggest faction in wrestling history by just being themselves. Kevin Nash and motherfucking Scott Hall changed the game forever. Just by being themselves. That is all they needed, and just said, fuck these characters, fuck all this gimmick shit. I'm the badass. I'm the dude that don't give a fuck about nothing. We're the new world order of wrestling business and got the biggest name at the time in wrestling history to agree to it. Hulk Hogan. Biggest character transformations ever. Vinny Vegas and Diamond Stud. All the way to Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Follow that up.
He had to reach real far for that one. Cause Razor Ramon and Diesel were the same people as Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Who was Vinny Vegas and Diamond Stud? So he had to go
all the way to Vinny Vegas and Diamond Stud.
Are we not talking about character transformation?
So, anywho.
Fucking hater.
Here we go. Here comes the winning answer. So, the greatest character transformation in wrestling history was a guy who was a mid-card joke in the WWF. Johnny Polo. He was just nothing but a manager, no one really cared about him. Scotty Polo, whatever you want to call him. He had multiple different names because he was a jobber for a while as well. So, then that man, Scott Levy, became one of the greatest Extreme Championship Wrestling heavyweight champions in history as the character Raven. Raven is a character that has transcended professional wrestling because it stayed throughout history. The people that still quote the Raven to this day quote the Raven nevermore. The Flock in WCW was one of the bigger factions outside of the NWO that actually made an impact during the most lucrative time in WCW as well. So the Raven went from nothing but a joke in WWF, nothing but a mid-card jobber, to one of the top draws in ECW, one of the top upper card guys in WCW. So Scotty Polo, Johnny Polo to the Raven is the number one character transformation in wrestling history.
Yeah, you lost. Yeah, you lost. Just know you lost.
He got nothing to respond to.
Just know you lost.
He had to reach from WCW to WWF back to WCW for something. Now he has to play music to defend his shitty opinion. Oh my God. While I got t-shirts. I got t-shirts for the greatest character transformation in history. Raven versus Tommy Dreamer is one of the greatest feuds in professional wrestling history. Mr. Blacc had a good choice. He picked Drew McIntyre. This guy picked one of the... He just picked the most random thing. The most obvious thing he could. He only...
played the wrong song, though.
Exactly.
Don't turn your back on the Wolfpack.
Scott Hall wasn't even in the Wolfpack. So there we go. You failed. You failed again. You lost.
Who's the leader
you
of the
lost.
Wolfpack?
You don't like...
Who's the leader of the Wolfpack?
Kevin Nash.
I think so.
Not
Shut up.
Scott Hall.
Shut up.
Scott Hall. You
Shut
just
up.
named
That
two
was my
people.
shout out.
You just named two people. He named 4 honorable mentions.
NWO
Then his
music
choice
would have
was
been
2
obvious.
people. Oh my
It would have been
God.
obvious to go with the NWO music. I wanted to play Wolfpack. You gonna get it and get some clown behind the camera to toss you a Raven shirt that nobody's ever bought. No one's ever bought that shit. That shit has no sales. Mr. Blacc, stay out of this. That shit has no sales. No one's ever bought that shit. I don't even think nobody's ever printed that shirt. I think the person behind the camera actually made that shirt and gave it to SP because he's that fucking desperate to win a debate of the day. So he reaches for a shirt that doesn't even fit him. That's not even his size. So it doesn't even belong to him. So he gets some clown behind the camera to throw him a fucking shirt. Quote the Raven nevermore. When I say Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, shut down. We know who I'm talking about. It's the NWO. It was the Wolfpack branch off. It was the black and white branch off. Biggest faction in history. And this scumbag gets a Raven.
He named like 7 people in his honorable mentions. Then he can't even pick one person for his choice. He has to pick 2 people. He's the most pathetic debater in the history of debating. Oh my God. You had one choice.
Yo, that
one
shirt,
freaking choice.
that shirt,
and you couldn't even pick one person.
Dude, that shirt.
Then you played a stupid goddamn song that doesn't even both of them. It was one of them.
Your
it was
shirt
Kevin
sold
Nash.
one copy.
Oh my God. Scott Hall. Scott Hall wasn't even in the Wolfpack.
This shirt sold 1 copy.
Oh
and
my
you're holding
God.
it.
Yes. Quote the Raven.
It is a
nevermore.
It is an extra medium.
ECW champion, WCW United States champion, Raven. Yes.
Yo.
He went from a jobber, a manager, to one of the greatest ECW champions in history.
The greatest hardcore champion.
Greatest hardcore. Yes, he is. I was a 21-time hardcore champion. Oh my God.
Your t-shirt screaming SP, I don't fit you.
At least when Raven went back to the WWE, he didn't choke like Scott Hall and Kevin Nash.
Yeah,
anyway,
screaming it doesn't fit you. You're rocking a shirt that doesn't even belong to you. From the copy that sold to not even you.
You had one choice. You had one choice.
Unbelievable.
And inside scoop, the only reason he picks Hall and Nash is because we laughed at him when he tried to pick Hulk Hogan. Anyway, that was the True Heel debate of the day.
I never picked that racist to begin with.
Yes, you did.
But go ahead.
That's why you mentioned him in the honorable mentions. Yeah, exactly. Don't front. We got a witness. We got a witness. Please state your name.
Listen.
Put your hand on the Bible.
Because you received...
No, put your hand on the Bible. Did this man was gonna pick Hulk Hogan? A black man was gonna pick Hulk Hogan. Yes,
he picked up a hard drive and called it the Bible. And y'all gonna follow and believe him.
Bro, I
That
got
was a
a Bible
hard
out
drive
there.
piece. And he gonna call it a Bible.
I couldn't find a Bible
It's a
nearby.
piece of shit.
He had to choose one person and he chose two people. Then he couldn't even play the song of both of them, even though they were a tag team. He had to pick one or the other. Anyway, that was the True Hill debate of the day. We were talking about the greatest character transformations in wrestling history. Our guest host, Mr. Blacc from the Jobber Series podcast, he chose Drew McIntyre. Top guy JJ failed again, and he chose the Outsiders
He's
Hall
so
and
mad
Nash.
that he lost.
And
He
I
was so mad that he
chose
lost.
the right choice.
He's so
Quote the Raven, nevermore.
One copy. One
That
copy.
was True Hill
One
Heat.
copy.
True Hill Heat 20, the debate of the day. Post your comments in the comments section. Like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you on True Hill Heat 21.